Released on June 29, 2010, Singularity hit store shelves at the perfect time to fight off boredom created by this year's summer gaming lull. So, strap yourselves in, power up your time manipulation devices to 1.21 gigawatts, and get ready to become your own grandpa. It's time to find out if this sci-fi adventure is worth buying. Singularity is a first-person shooter brought to you by Raven Software, the same group that delivered gamers the amazing Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy games. They also happen to be the same developers who created the less-than-favorable 2009 released Wolfenstein. Singularity isn't as fantastic as the Jedi series, but it's also a lot better than Wolfenstein. You play the role of Captain Renko, a US operative sent in to investigate the unstable Russian island of Katorga 12. The island is an isolated scientific research center and community where in an alternate history, Russia discovered the element of E99 in the 1950s. A catastrophic incident has left the island almost completely desolate, except for a remaining few who now roam the earth seeking to munch on some human flesh. While seeking to discover the cause of all the general unpleasantness, you obtain a secret Russian weapon, the TMD, which allows you to manipulate time itself from the palm of your hand. The storyline and the setting unfold very similarly to BioShock. You gain insight to the island's past through discarded notes and projectors with propaganda films. And if BioShock and Singularity can teach you anything about history, it's that everyone from the 1950s and 60s made a regular habit of buying tape recorders and keeping audio journals of their random thoughts.
I can't leave until I've investigated the disturbance near the sewers. I'll give it a quick look, but I won't stay 1 second longer than necessary.
Use of the TMD actually makes the game pretty interesting. Some of the puzzles that require the TMD feel unique and have a Portal-esque quality to them, as you either instantly repair or destroy anything in the environment that has come in contact with E99. When used in combat, the time manipulation device can instantly age someone to the point of death. It can also be used to pull small objects instantly towards you and push them away, like the gravity gun. One of the most interesting uses of the TMD can create a sphere in which time flows very slowly. It's excellent to put up around you like a shield as you watch bullets slowly float by, or you can throw the bubble around your enemies and fire projectiles from the outside in. No matter how you use it, it's pretty much the only way to keep yourself from being devastated by the giant exploding ticks. The single-player campaign packs in a decent challenge at the standard difficulty setting, which is nice. The 8 to 10 hour storyline is fairly original for the genre and contains multiple endings, all of which are left wide open for sequels. In terms of visual presentation, Singularity is a little behind the times, but not far. There are very few visual hiccups in terms of glitches, but the overall final product feels like it could have used a few more coats of gloss. The graphics are far from terrible, they just don't live up to the other releases that have hit the PS3, the 360, and PC in the past few years. Much like many multiplayer-focused first-person shooters lack in the single-player campaign, this single-player-focused first-person shooter lacks in the multiplayer department. There are only 2 multiplayer modes available to gamers, both of which feel like they've been tacked on at the last minute. Unless you feel absolutely compelled to play them, we recommend steering clear. Singularity is not a bad game. It's not a great game, but it's definitely enough to keep any single-player first-person shooter fan happy until this horrible summer gaming lull has passed. As it is, it feels like a healthy hybrid of Half-Life 2 and BioShock, but it needs a little more time in the oven. If you aren't choosy, Katorga 12 and its wicked history can absorb you. We don't really recommend purchasing this title at full price, but frugal gamers should consider themselves lucky to get this one at discount. Or, failing that, it'll make a great midsummer rental.